My name's Liz. I'm one of the college's careers advisors. We've got Rachel, who's also joining us this evening. She's a careers advisor in the college, and Jack, an ex-student who's actually currently working with us, and he's going to give you some information about the type of career support that he had whilst he was at QE. So we just want to give you some general advice about choosing A-level subjects. It's pretty straightforward, really. I would say 3 things that students need to think about. If they have a specific career aim in mind, then it is really important that they think about what subjects they might need to study that particular career. Other than that, I would say choose subjects that they're going to enjoy and subjects that they have a genuine interest in. Subjects that are really going to engage them, so that on a cold, dark winter's morning, they're not getting up thinking, oh God, I've got to go and study maths today. The other thing to think about is, how do you learn best? Are you a student who's good at exams, you don't mind revising, sitting exams, or are you a student who prefers to learn through coursework? And the great thing about coming to QE is that we've got over 40 subjects to choose from. And some of those subjects your son or daughter may already be studying, but it's a great opportunity to pick up new subjects, try something out that they haven't done before. The other thing to think about is that they can mix and match subjects. They can mix and match traditional A-level subjects with subjects that are vocational, such as health and social care, IT, sport and leisure, travel and tourism. So there really is something for everyone. And at this point, we would say to students, don't get too hung up on what's a good subject, what's not a good subject, and choosing subjects just because their friends studying it or because they think, they should actually study it. And we say to students, let the subjects come to you rather than the career come to you. And I think if they can follow those 3 general rules, it shouldn't be too difficult. So Rachel's just going to have a little chat with you now about the support that we provide to students during their time with us, and then Jack will say what help and support that he received. So Rachel.
Thanks. So basically we try to support students as much as we can to help them achieve whatever goal it is that they are hoping to get to. Once they are assigned into their tutor groups, they will have a progress tutor who will work with them. And as part of that, they will have tutorial sessions. And as part of those tutorial sessions, the progress tutors will deliver a range of careers tutorials, all created by us and delivered through them. So these will cover a wide range of topics, from applying to university, applying for apprenticeships, looking at employability skills, making sure they've all got CVs, cover letters, preparation for work. Basically trying to cover as many elements of careers as we possibly can within those progress tutorials. As well as those sessions, we do also offer a number of events across the 2 years that the students are with us. So we have a big STEM event where we have employers within that area coming into the college to talk to the students. And we also have a large employment and gap year fair at different points in the year. So students get the chance to speak to employers about what they are looking for. As well as that, we also have employers who come into the college to do specific talks about their career or about their progression route. And we have HE providers who come in, as well as apprenticeship training providers. So that all options for students are covered and that students get the opportunity to meet and talk to a wide range of options that they can progress on to. We also take them on trips where possible. So we try to get out to as many local universities as we can so that students get that opportunity to get onto campuses and see what they are like. From the career service, the main thing that we do is one-to-one appointments. So throughout the year and at any point, students can request a careers appointment. We deliver those and they are delivered in our offices, either with Liz or myself. And we can talk about any option that they are thinking about. And like I said, they can have as many of those as they need, really, and at any point throughout the year. We also get lots of opportunities sent to us from employers and HE providers and things like that. So we do have a regular bulletin that comes out to students where our opportunities are advertised, and students can see those and apply for any opportunities that they are interested in. And that is a general overview of the support that we offer as a college, but there is lots of good things going on within careers to help those students.
We also, one thing that we probably haven't mentioned is that we encourage all students at the end of their first year to do a week of work experience, and that's going to help them to focus perhaps on what they might want to do for the future, but it's also going to develop their employability skills, especially if it's a student who wants to apply for an apprenticeship once they've finished their A-levels. We have a work experience coordinator full-time who works to promote opportunities to students, and students are also able to have an employer as a mentor. So there's lots of good stuff going on around employability skills and learning all about the world of work. Jack, do you want to say what support and help you got as a student?
Yeah, of course. So as Liz said, I'm an ex-student from QE who's now working at college. And I applied for medicine, and I don't think I could have got the offers that I did without the support that the careers team at QE gave me. They put a lot of support in for me across the 2 years I was a student here, and also the past year, and I've been working alongside them. Every single step of the way, they've basically held my hand, and now I'm working alongside the careers team. I think it's fair to say that I'm now seeing how much they do so, not just for med applicants, but for every single applicant who wants to go on to whatever they want to achieve after college. For me personally, the careers team put on a lot of lunchtime talks, and these covered every single aspect of the medicine application. So whether it's to do with the entrance exams, they get universities in to talk to me about this, sort of give me advice, and sort of tips and tricks on how to succeed in these applications. It might be to do with interviews. They would sit down with me for hours sometimes, talking me through interview practice. This year, even with coronavirus, the careers team did Zooms to help us with our interview technique, and that really helped me to become much more comfortable with talking in a professional manner to universities. And as I said, I've applied to medicine this year and I've got in this year, but actually last year I didn't get into medicine. And even when I didn't get into medicine, the support that the careers team gave me was second to none, really. We were in lockdown had just begun, and the careers team helped me make a decision as to what to do when I didn't have any offers. On my results day, the careers team basically helped me to find places in clearing. I decided not to go through with clearing, but they were with me there, basically supporting me to make sure I got to where I wanted to be. So I can't stress enough how much support the careers team do give every student in the college. The progress tutors that were discussed earlier, they particularly helped with the UCAS application. So making sure that everything went through without any issues. They talked me through sort of how to make your UCAS application and how to make sure that nothing was missed out effectively. And they supported me with my personal statement a lot with that in mind as well. With regards to work experience, there's a whole website for careers that advertises very regularly new work experience opportunities for students. That could be to do with a range of subjects. It could be to do with work experience that will help you get into university, or as mentioned, help you get an apprenticeship. On that website, there's also a lot of sort of advertisement of university talks and a lot of advertisement of sort of current opportunities available to students to really sort of boost their CVs and sort of their professional profile. There's also a bulletin at college, and I think it's twice a week. There are regular updates on, similarly to the website, there are regular updates on opportunities available to students. So I think it's fair to say that, the careers team are helping every single student at the college, and they're always there for you to go to. As Rachel mentioned, you can book a meeting whenever you want to, and sit down with the careers team and have a one-to-one session where you can discuss where you would like to go after college and the best sort of route for you to take in order to succeed. But yeah, as I said at the beginning, I can't stress how valuable the service is at college and how much they helped me get to where I want to be next year. So, you know, it's a bit of a thank you from me now. But yeah.
Thank you, Jack. That's great. It's really helpful. Thank you. We've had a few questions come in, and the first question is, I'm not sure which history course I want to take. It's really up to you which one interests you the most. I would suggest having a look at the subject webinars that are on the QE website so that you can see what the history teacher says about modern history and also about Tudor history. It doesn't really matter which one you take, but it's really more about the content of each of the history courses and which one you think is going to interest and engage you the most. So have a look at our webinar and have a look at the course leaflet on the QE website as well, because that will tell you exactly what you'll be studying in both histories. Okay.
Yep, and we've had another question, which is what's the best subject to take alongside applied science? I mean, there's no sort of set best subjects really. It's definitely down to personal choice, and what you are good at school and what you're interested in is what you're going to do well in. So what we would always say is think about that when you're picking your subjects. So if you want to do applied science, pick another two that you're interested in and that you're really strong at, because those are the subjects that you're going to do well in and then achieve and progress onto something positive. Okay.
Okay. We've had another one here from Matthew. He's asking if are there certain subjects that can't be chosen together because of timetable issues, e.g. music and physics. We normally don't have a problem with the timetabling of subjects, so I can't see that there'd be any problem if you wanted to do two completely different subjects like music and physics, but we would look at that more closely, you know, at enrolment, but there is never normally a problem with the timetabling around subjects, so you should be fine with that.
The next question is what subjects do you need if you want to study engineering? So this is a slightly complicated question and really depends on the type of engineering that you want to do. So what we would suggest is doing a bit of research into the different areas of engineering that you can potentially do, because depending on that will depend on the subjects that you need to take. Some universities will ask for maths and physics, some will ask for another science, some may have foundation years where you don't need to take anything at all. So with engineering, it is very important that you research using the UCAS website or go on a specific university website to have a look at the entry requirements and what they are looking for those specific engineering courses. But like I said, there is so many options with engineering. It's such a broad subject that it's important to research engineering on its own as well as the sort of specific subjects that you can do.
I think, as Rachel said, you need to be good at maths if you're going to do engineering, because they will all ask you for maths A-level as well as sometimes they'll ask for physics as well. I run the Future Engineers scheme at the college, so you might want to have a look at that information on our website as well. Okay. We've had another one about what should my son take if he wants to become a lawyer. You don't need any specific subjects to study law at university. You can do it through the full-time degree route, or there are now what's called solicitor apprenticeships, which combine paid work with studying for a degree part-time. If law is a subject area that your son's interested in, then I think it's a good idea to perhaps try law at A-level. I mean, people used to say that, oh, well, universities don't like it if I've studied law A-level, but that's actually not true. Oxford and Cambridge are quite happy for you to have taken law as an A-level. Similarly with psychology, if somebody wants to do a psychology degree, you don't have to have studied psychology, but studying a subject that leads to a degree in that is a really good idea to test out your interest. So subjects that maybe help on a law degree, subjects that are going to generate critical thinking skills, essay writing skills, skills of analysis, might be history, English literature, but generally it actually doesn't matter what subjects you take if you want to study a law degree.
We've had a query about options and if choices are set in stone. So they aren't set in stone. What we'd say is just get in touch with the college to ask them to change it, and at that point things are flexible, so we can change courses if people have changed their minds. And we've also had one from Ellie about how many A levels you can take. So we generally say 3. 3 A levels is what students take.
Okay, we've had a question about, do we offer aptitude tests for students? I'm not quite sure what you actually mean by aptitude tests, but if you're a student who is going to go for something like medicine, then we do offer help and support with the additional tests that you need to take for medicine, such as the UCAT or the BMAT. If you're a student who's applying for Oxford and Cambridge, and you need to, we offer help and support with taking the different tests that you'll need to take if you're going for Oxford and Cambridge, or if you're applying to a university that requires the national admissions test for law, we will help you with that. Similarly, if you're applying for an apprenticeship, you might need to do some skills tests for apprenticeships, and we can help to prepare you to pass sort of skills assessments, etc. So I hope that's what you mean when you say, do we offer help or do we offer aptitude tests?
We've had 2 questions about teaching. So what are good subjects for teaching? Again, it's picking the subjects that you're interested in and that you're going to be good at. If you want to teach a specific subject at secondary school, then obviously we would recommend that would be one of your A levels. But there are some flexible options around that as well. But if you want to be a history teacher, you would likely take A-level history and then progress on to a history degree. Whereas with primary teacher, there's a lot more flexibility, and again, it's just what you're good at and what you're strong at. And someone has also asked about becoming a PE teacher. Again, we would suggest that you take a sport subject. But apart from that, really any other subjects that you are good at school or that you're interested in. So if it's a brand new subject and you're interested in it, would be fine for that.
We've had another question, is it better to have a range of subjects rather than one which is seen as similar? As Rachel has just been saying, it doesn't actually matter what you choose, as long as there's subjects that you enjoy and that you have a genuine interest in. You can have similar subjects. So for example, you could do English, history, and law, which are subjects that are going to develop similar sets of skills, so that's fine. Or if you don't have any particular career aim in mind, then it's absolutely fine to completely have a broad range of subjects, because the broader range of subjects that you're actually taking is going to leave many more career options open for you, because what you come into college thinking that you want to do might change as you progress. So it's absolutely fine to mix and match what we would call humanities subjects with science subjects. So it's really still down to the same thing. Choose what you really enjoy and subjects that you're strong in and subjects that you're going to be good at.
Okay, so we've got 5 minutes left, so we'll try and answer as many of these questions as we can. We've got criminology is an A-level equivalent, but on UCAS it's only worth half the UCAS points. So Liz, do you know what the official qualification is for the criminology?
It should have the equivalence of an A-level subject. So if you send me an email, I can send you information on that, and we can put our email addresses on here. So it is an A-level equivalent. It's a Cambridge technical qualification. It's assessed in a different way. So it'll be assessed through a distinction, star distinction, merit pass, but it is an A-level equivalent. So it will carry similar UCAS points.
Does QE offer aptitude tests for students who are unsure about their career that they're interested in? So we don't have a set aptitude test, but we do have a variety of resources that we can use and that students have easy access to, such as we have a program called Unifrog, and there are a few other website resources that we use, which are a form of aptitude test for students to take. So yes, we do have access to those if you're unsure.
You might want to try something called the SACU Student Career Quiz, and that will help you to identify your skills and interests and where they might best be placed. So if you just type in SACU Career Quiz, you can try that. What topics can I do in an EPQ, and can I do it in the first year? Many different topics that you can choose for an EPQ. You can choose something that actually relates to the subject that you're doing and build on that, or you can choose something that's completely unrelated. So you might be interested in, so if you're studying politics, you might be interested in what's happened to us since we've left the EU. It can actually be anything you have an interest in, and it's a great opportunity to do an independent research topic, and you're going to develop those independent research skills that universities value. It's a really good thing to take. You'll take that up in the first year. It counts towards university entry, and often universities give you a lower grade requirements if you get a good grade in an EPQ, and it's actually worth half an A-level. So an EPQ is a really good thing to do alongside your 3 A-level subjects, and you'll start that in your first year.
So we've had a question about how can I submit my A-level options. So you should have completed an application form, and your A-level choices should be on there. If, like I said, if you've changed, just get in touch with us and let us know through the main college line.
Yeah, we've had another question here. If I was after a profession in plant and food growth, would it be a wise decision to invest time into the biochemistry course or just the biology course? If you're good at biology and chemistry, then it would be a really good idea to choose biology and chemistry, because that would leave open lots of options for studying at degree level if you wanted to do biochemistry or food science. Often they ask for chemistry, sometimes they might ask for 2 sciences. So biology or chemistry, if you're particularly good at both, then a good idea to take biology and chemistry.
Okay, so we've got 1 minute left. So
what course, sorry?
Do you want to do another one? And then...
Oh yeah, okay. What course would be best if I want to become a prison psychologist? A forensic psychologist, it doesn't matter. Again, you would probably a good idea to take psychology. That would be a really good idea. You could then progress on to university to do a degree in forensic psychology. That would take you 3 years. And then if you wanted to become a professional psychologist, you would need to do another 3 years of professional training. And then you would go down the forensic psychology route through postgraduate training once you've done a first degree. But any subjects, but if you want to test out your interest in psychology, take psychology A-level.
Okay, I think we better wrap it up here. So thank you all for joining us. If you have any other questions that you would like us to answer, our emails are available on the website. So please get in touch with us. We're happy to answer any emails from anyone. We've got a few questions which we haven't answered, unfortunately. So like I said, if you've got any of those, just send them through to us on email.
Yeah, thank you very much for attending, and send in as many questions as you want, and we'll respond within the next couple of days. So thank you.
Okay. Thanks.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.